PSA Reloaded, man. It's your boy 3-Letter Man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, where to follow your boy at. Please hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Also, man, if you want to leave a small donation, you can also at $PSAhiphop on the Cash App. Y'all see the title of this particular blog, man. Let's talk about it, man. We're talking GTX, talking main event, South Central LA, the second battle for GTX inauguration, where they had the first battle months ago. I want to say back in April, right? We are back here now in August, and shout out to Dizaster and Geechi Gotti. Let me just say off rip, this was a good battle, man. This was a dope battle, and let me just say and give kudos to Dizaster right quick in the sense of the last two West Coast cats that he's battled. When we think about the West Coast here, we think about Nady. Shout out to my guy B Dot. We don't forget about B Dot. Daylight, Dizaster, name the Thesauruses. The list goes on and on and on, right? But I want to give Dizaster props, man. He had a dope battle with Danny Myers, right? I think some people are questioning this battle because some people felt this battle, styles-wise, it didn't, would it mesh? Would they give us a good 1-2 with each other? Dizaster saying some dope-ish, Geechi saying dope-ish, and together they give us a dope battle. That's what they did in this particular battle. I am very impressed with this battle. I watched this battle on 3 times already. Last night I watched it twice. I watched it this morning and right before I got on to take my notes and talk about this battle with y'all. You know what I mean? Also, all due respect to my guy Geechi Gotti, but I do feel this year, last year I'm coming off, champion of the year, a lot of talk was, well, Geechi's not really having one of his best years of his career, right? The Jazz the Rapper battle, the True Foe battle, you know what I mean? The A-War battle. So his battles that Geechi's had, True Foe, the tournament and everything, there's battles Geechi had where people are like, what's going on with Geechi? One thing I was not, what you young people say, jacking, was when people were saying, oh, people are turning on Geechi Gotti. I don't believe people are turning on Geechi Gotti. Let me tell you why. Geechi Gotti stirred around against Hollow the Don. And Hollow the Don battle, he lost that battle also, in my opinion. Hollow the Don battle, even though I had Hollow 2-1 against Geechi, I said before, I can make the argument, Geechi had the best round of the whole battle. You dig what I'm saying? And I say that to say this. Geechi's third round was so dope. Yeah, the second round was kind of, the first round was solid. The second round was, his third round was dope. What Geechi did in this particular battle, I thought Geechi was consistent for all 3 rounds. So this talk when people are saying, oh, people are turning on Geechi Gotti, no. What is Geechi Gotti writing for us to be like, yo, Geechi, you are wilding right now? And that's what he did in this particular battle. You can't say Geechi Gotti kept his foot off the gas in this battle at all. You dig what I'm saying? Dizaster, in my opinion, for all the talk that people talk about, some of the gruesome ball, I'll take your head and all stuff like that. And the fast multi-syllables flow that he got going on with the wordplay, like that was all he's going to focus on. Dizaster had angles, and I don't think people give Dizaster props. Both these gentlemen, to be honest, how dope they are when it comes to landing angles and coming with dope angles. You dig what I'm saying? Also, what I liked also before the battle, Dizaster showed a lot of respect towards Geechi Gotti, saying how much the battle means to him a lot, and how much respect that he has for Geechi. And I'm pretty sure Geechi hears that, and he's hearing that from a West Coast legend like Dizaster. It does hit different, Dizaster, for the most part, before battles, he's kind of like foaming at the mouth. You look at him like he want to snuff you in the face sometimes. You never know with Diz sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my guy Diz, man. And me and Diz, we Diz got a cool relationship, man. That's my dude. I ain't gonna hold you, man. But round 1, let's get into this, man. Dizaster bringing out A-War in the beginning of the battle. I thought that was funny. He talked about Geechi's slogan. He said, you wait your whole career calling everybody you battle a bitch. Then you battle with Jazz, and you lost to one. I guess you thought shit was sweet because you used to going on these long ass coffee runs. I like a coffee run, long ass coffee runs. I like that, man. Shared a ring with the Legend line was dope. The Joe Rogan line was solid. X, one of my boys, like Joel's Crooked's friendship with Royce. Joyce Crooked, I was dope. Obviously gonna battle Crooked. You throw that in there, we get it, right? The white people commit suicide in their bathtubs line was solid. Diz, in this round, he got into his accolades bag, as he should, of course, right? Listing off things that he's accomplished in battle rap, knowing that, he's one of the faces of the West. Talked about Geechi's belt, called it laminated. This my brother J Black belt like that. We're not doing that, Diz. Come on now. When half your accolades are kept on a battle app that half the battle fans don't want to get. That was interesting, because we talk about the app era. Obviously, Dizaster is not from that era. Dizaster's from the block, right, rapping outside, the King of the Dot, grind time, and stuff like that. The Rodney King Riot event line, I thought that was cold. That was a cold line by Diz. The J Black firing the tech line. Talked about Geechi, living check for check. Kevin Gates, because I have no problem putting cuts to bed, and the enemies in funeral homes. I did like that. So for the most part, I thought Diz's first round was solid. Now, as I continue talking about this battle, that was Diz's lightest round to me. I thought Dizaster's first round was his lightest round, right? Round one, Geechi Gotti. Rebuttals off the jump for Geechi. Freestyled about Diz rocking Hoochie Daddy shorts. Geechi went into, if I hear you say the N-word again, I'm going to slap the ish out of you. You can't say the N because you ain't black enough. I don't care if you have active to back you up. I get to tighten this ish. He said, all they're going to say is Dizaster struck. That was dope. Yo, the prepping line that Geechi had, I thought that went over people's heads because it took a while. Geechi said prep and prepping line. And twice when he went into that bag, the crowd, it was like a delay almost. Oh, you just catch what he said? I thought that was very dope. So you can say it was slept on, but they caught it after a while, right? But the funny part about it is Geechi was smart enough to let that breathe a little bit. And it was funny. That's when you know Geechi's dope because I think when you write a line like that, I think he's expecting that line to hit. And being that he took it a while, he let it breathe for a while. Like, okay, y'all gonna catch up to this, right? And the people did. This stick beside a Crip like Christian Rock was the Blueface brother with Christian, if I pronounce her name right. The 9-5 self-employed line was dope. I'm a boss for real. Let off 20 shots. The first 7 missed, but the 8th one found him. Meaning you had to hear it a couple of times before you felt like a Drake new album. I butchered that whole line up, my bad. But the Drake new album basically saying that what he said, I'm a boss for real. Let off 20 shots. The first 7 missed, but the 8th one found him. Meaning you had to hear it a couple of times before you felt like a Drake new album. Like basically, like you took a while to like Drake's new album. I did like that from Gotti, man. While you was riding horses in Lebanon, I was doing drive-bys out of Mustang. That was cool. Geechi started questioning Diz's hood stripes, the bullet wounds looking like monkey pox. That was crazy. I gotta be honest, man. This is a debatable battle across the board. Let me say that off rip. But I got Geechi taking round 1. I got Geechi edging round 1 in my opinion. He got round 1 in my opinion. Round 2, Diz went straight into jokes. Got at Geechi for losing the Jazz again. You from a cookie cutter clutch, a generation driven by one-liners, looking for a quick buzz. You ain't from Compton Crip or Nutty Block. You from cookie cutter Crip, cuz. He talked about Geechi losing his surf, being stomped on his turf. Only reason he's alive because of his body of work. I like that. The Marshberg Mausoleum line, that was dope by Diz. Compared Geechi to James Harden. He switched up teams. How went worldwide and global, but you stayed local. I'm global, you local, almost like in Juice when Latifah told Q, you a DJ, but you local, right? You local, right? I was putting in work overseas like Giannis while you was over waiting on the sideline, hating on all my Euro steps. That was crazy. Giannis Euro steps, how Disney going to battle Euros and everything like that. He's battling all the Euro guys and Oxymorons and all those cats. That was dope, man. I'm an international icon. Use a flash in the pan like Zion. F800 grand. I was the man when you was barely making the band like Dylon. Did like that from Diz, man. I know some people will say Diz went back into his resume talk in the second round. Here's the thing with Diz going back into accolades talk and resume talk. Respectfully, I thought Diz did a better job talking about his accolades in the second round compared to the first round. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Geechi, we can't build an empire off with some of your pictures with Drake. How you got pictures with Drake? We can't build a West Coast empire just because you got pictures with Drake. That was funny. Being around for 7 years don't put you in with the greats. The same way I'm not a gang member because I kick it with grapes. And you can't tell me ish about business. I'm in a different space. I did like the fact Diz say that though, man. When he said been around for 7 years, don't put you in with greats. The same way I'm not a gang member because I kick it with grapes. Because I'm not saying it's negating the fact that Geechi could talk about, oh, you hang with the Crips, you hang with Active, and they talk about that a lot, about you hang with certain people in the hood and everything. That doesn't give you hood stripes. That doesn't give you the AOK to say the N-word. So I do like the fact Diz did say that. I'm not going to front, right? Round 2, Geechi Gotti. So for me, I ain't going to lie to you. I do like Diz second round a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. I like Diz second round more than his first round. Geechi Gotti second round, I shoot him. Then shoot him again. Knock a chuck off his shin. So if this is your last year battling, at least you're going out on a limb. Did like that from Geechi. Talked about Diz being scared of battle and why. I like that talk. This doesn't want to take no battle outside the West. So taking this on the road would have been considered sex trafficking. I like that from Geechi. Geechi started running down his resume, right? I done effed up more names than Drunk Smack, Danny the Myers and stuff like that. The Geechi impersonation of Diz was funny in my opinion. Saying Diz is Mike P without the girl problems. Talked about the math situation. The sun punted line, that was cold by Geechi. Called out Daylight and Diz. I like the angle that Geechi did right there, man. Geechi said that the West Coast won't be doing ish like that. Just swing on me, you're going to get hit with 10 hollows, tables, ladders, chairs, and bottles. It's going to be so many gang signs in your face. We looking like hand models. That was crazy by Geechi, man. The first time you jumped in, was at a battle rap event. Talking about Math Alpha, the first time you ever jumped somebody in a battle rap event. In jail during lockdown, if a nigga in the cell next to me wanted to rap, we had to battle through vents. Sometimes you gotta die where I'm from and see if niggas really love you like close or something like that. He said like that. That was cool by Geechi Gotti right there, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I do have Dizaster winning round 2 though. And the funny thing about it, it's a very debatable debatable round in my opinion. But I do have Diz taking round 2. You're gonna have some people give Geechi Gotti round 2. I'm not mad at that, and I'm not doing this because it's gotta be 1-1. But I edge Diz in the second round. Round 3. Now we go into unlimited rounds here, and this is up Dizaster's alley. Now, here's what I was thinking about listening to unlimited rounds. Are we gonna have a Murder Mook versus Averb, where Mook rap for like 28 minutes? Dizaster did do that. He rapped for a while. I know my guy Franz is good at tallying up the minutes and everything like that. I didn't do all that. Dizaster's third round, man. He spoke about the Old Red battle and how loyal to the code Geechi is. Spoke about the math, about the reason why he stuck math. Diz went into his gruesome talk. You watching the Grind Time rapper, Venus Flytrap, one of the smack white rappers. That's why When they say you got a pen, I always doubt it. Just a lot of shouting, wrong pronouncing. You're not well-rounded. All you do is replicate a bunch of washed-up bars you should have buried in a septic tank for all that watered-down shit. That was dope by Diz. I like that by Dizaster, man. The Crip Coffin line was solid. Listening to Dizaster talk to Gotti, it felt like he was talking to him from a fan's perspective almost, right? This was getting busy in this stir around, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. He was getting real busy in this stir around. The Lynn Swan line I thought was cold. When I book you, it's a tax write-off. Geechi, your little East Coast runs. Those were considered little missions. Intermission, where you got to pick your victims. Empty room. COVID restrictions. Like this, I like this stuff Diz was talking, man. You know what I mean? Talked about when he went to New York and he battled Sweep 7 and all the conditions that he had when he was in New York City. Over there, the air was different. The sweaty warehouses, the empty buildings, the era where we learned to be well-conditioned. Your era was conditioned in areas that are well air-conditioned. That was dope by Diz, man. The FU New Era angle was tough. Washing dishes in Beasley Kitchen was funny to me. Yo, this stir around was dope, son. I'm not gonna hold you. It's dope. Geechi Gotti stir around now, man. He rebutted F the old dudes talk, F the old, young vets. He said, Dizaster said F the New Era guys. Geechi went into F the old dudes. How you mad about you was rapping on the block, took shots at the GTX, said it's a king of the dot with cheese. This is literally king of the dot, just less organic. That was fire. This is literally king of the dot, just less organic, right? And for the most part, I think people were saying grind time, right? When people were saying, I think when GTX popped off Dizaster, respectfully, I thought more people were saying this is a grind time remix 2.5 more than king of the dot. But Geechi was going into king of the dot bag, you know what I mean? This angle by Geechi, when, you don't start your own league. I started a league. You know what I'm saying? How you don't support small leagues and everything like that. How Dizaster's from the West Coast. He don't support certain leagues and stuff like that. I thought that was dope, man. When he said, me being a face that's bigger than Smack. The whole culture forget who the West was. It was up to me to get identity back. And I think you get Dizaster quoting like he had to, that's real talk. You feel me? I don't care how many languages you know, you don't speak for us. I like how Geechi telling him that, man. You an effing Adderall junkie. Stop it, fool. Only thing I'm peeling is your top, fool. You know the difference is you pop Addies. I will pull up to your Addy and pop you. It was dope by Geechi, man. He got a Lush One, also saying Lush One and him be slow dancing. How the F y'all ain't got no children. How Lush ain't got no children. Dizaster ain't got no children. Then what Geechi did, which I thought was smart, man. He stayed on this for a while, and this hits in me. I'm not gonna lie to you. The divide and conquer that Geechi Gotti has done in battle rap, I think is very phenomenal. He did this a lot. Him doing the active and Dizaster angle, I thought that was dope. I am not gonna lie to you, man. And that's the reason why I got Geechi Gotti win the third round, man. I thought Geechi angle was dope. Not gonna lie to you. I got Geechi Gotti 2-1 against Dizaster. Now, I'm not mad if anyone says they got Dizaster, because you might have some people have Dizaster win that third round. And I'm not mad at that. Let me repeat that again. I'm not mad if anybody has Dizaster 2-1. I got Geechi 2-1 off a couple watches. You know what I'm saying? So it's your boy 3, man. Come on.